Hello, good morning. It's me, everyone's favorite punk rock guinea pig VTuber, Punk Rock, and I say good morning even though it's fucking 2:36. Good morning. Hello. Before I entered the game, I was like, sorry, I just wanted to point out that this is really interesting, and I've never seen this before. It doesn't. So this is just the save file. I don't know. Maybe this is only interesting to me. It says 19 hours ago, as opposed to like a time. I don't. That's interesting to me. That it counts the time since I last like played. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I do. Anyway, we're gonna start Act 3. What's up? This game is weird as hell. Un pueblo de nada. Oh, sorry. I'm reading ahead. Ooh. Wait, it's circular as well. God, this game's fast. I can't wait to like watch infinite hours worth of lore videos on this game once I've finished it, because it's very confusing. Dylan, I see you. You're going to leave in 2 minutes anyway, so bye in advance. Now where are we? Is this Lula again? Or is this... 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to about 101 by late afternoon in... Oh, Louisville. 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols. Ha ha! Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit. So if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Ha ha! Sugar? Oh! This is a fucking Conway flashback? Question mark? So this is Lisette. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm assuming Lisette. It looks more Lisette than Lysette. As it is, just a little, un poquito. I forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Those old horses of Irish used to keep me up. I heard you yelling. I heard you yelling. Should Conway just have a deep voice? I'm trying to differentiate between my the exact same accent. I heard you yelling. Bad dreams. We were up on a roof, Ira and I, and Charlie, eating a light supper. I was drinking sweet tea. Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses, closely packed. Huge sidewalks. It must have been what's that word? A city? A subdivision? A subdivision. That's it, I'm sure. Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday, or when would the sun set? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up, and Ira told him to watch his step, and then I remembered. I woke up before I could stop him. Oh. We're getting some we're getting some backstory here. I always told him to test each other that Charlie was alone on the roof. So what are the implications of either one of these statements? This is just like... Let's just say Charlie was alone on the roof. I guess he was. He was so bright. His teacher said... What was the word? Imaginative. Apt. I can't ever imagine using the word apt. That's it. How could I forget? He didn't listen. It wasn't his fault. Oh, so we can be, like, mean. Why would we be mean? I can't, like... You gotta be, like, a real... sometimes I think I'm a sociopath, but, like, you gotta be... I feel like video games are the real test. If you can be mean to video game characters, I don't know, man. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's... Oh, an accident, a tragedy, a shame. An accident, I guess. Sure. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. Long drive. That truck will outlive us all. Well, it depends what kind of truck it is. I hope you're right. I'm glad you'll keep it. Ira would have wanted you to have it. It's been running since Charlie was born. Ira took me to the hospital in that truck. So did you once. Your knee when you fainted. When you fainted. My hero. So, long drive? Mail order? Long drive? They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. I guess it will be. The last act of Lisette's Antiques. The... oh, what's the word? Finale or death rattle? I guess finale. Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. Or I've had too much. It's getting harder. Yes, it is. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Oh, those are Charlie's old books. Those are your clothes. Those are your clothes? Of course. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Les. I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes. Brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion. After this... Oof. This game's sad, isn't it? This game's sad. This game's sad. And it's gonna be sad. Whoa. I got to see through leg. Okay. Wait, is that what was I forgot what the kid was called. The kid's in a suit now? Ezra. Ezra is what the kid was called. But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... Oh, I thought I feel fine was like half. I was dreaming. That's unlikely. Neuropinol TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? I feel fine. Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well, this isn't my leg. It seems better, but it wasn't worth it. It was the heat. The shingles were cracked in the sun, and one of them slipped out under his feet. Should I talk? Do I talk about like Charlie and try and get more backstory? Shingles. What are you talking about? Who slipped? Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuropinol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or so, regardless. I can drive. Thank you, doctor. Sure, Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. How long am I going to be recovering? I'm used to a few side effects. I should have plenty of resting time coming up soon. Yeah. More like unemployment. Oh, Shannon. Oh, I can say that, or I can have Shannon react. Let's have Shannon reassure him. Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. No baths? Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions. Good advice in any context. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? How often do I clean it? What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth, moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. So, you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush it, but I have an early fishing trip. Tell him about his payment plan in the bill. What are you fishing for? I don't want to think about the bill right now. I kind of do want to know about the payment plan because it. So we left off the interlude, right, by watching the play, and that was where we saw like a man made entirely out of like what Conway's leg is now made out of. So is this some kind of like what was it called, like the whiskey? What was the Whiskey Boys or whatever? Is that connected to that? Let's just ask him what he's fishing for. Hard time, yeah. Hard times. Just out on the lake. Strappers, maybe. Gotta keep those wrists and elbows limber, you know. Ha. Ha. Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the Neuropinol DM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about. Just keep it in mind. Kentucky Eeyore Doctor. I guess it is a bit Eeyore. Was it one babon? Hello. Hi. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. Okay. Yeah, is his... I wonder if his leg's going to be like that. Or Act 3, Scene 1. Museum of Dwellings. Oh, so we're back in the Museum of Dwellings. We've been here. Okay. Oh, we can talk to Blue. Pet the dog, pet the dog. Oh, our leg is just like that now. Whoa. You get some rest back there. I don't feel much rested myself. But I'm tired most of the time these days. Well, yeah, we have like a skeleton leg now. How are the drugs treating you? I feel a little distracted. Streetlights seem a bit brighter. I don't like to take medicine. Streetlights seem a bit... I feel a little distracted, let's say. You're probably pretty tired, too. I usually feel more tired after a late night nap. True. Hey, you ever take anything for that? Caffeine pills or... Never. It's all or nothing for me. Oh, right. They probably tell you to steer clear of all that stuff, huh? Yeah, I guess you never know. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood. See, I'm not doing her with like a Mexican accent. Let's just say that. I appreciate that she's a Mexican immigrant, right? I'm gonna say she has a Kentucky accent like everybody else. Even though I want to differentiate the voices, I'm not gonna do it. I could do Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna do it. Where are we at? We're gonna follow our state problems in small patches, and we learn to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy, anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Clearly he's a Hispanic immigrant. Yeah, I think it's mentioned. I'm sure Mexico is mentioned. Oh, maybe I'm reading. That was another character, wasn't it? It was Lula's favorite city is Mexico City. Or somebody's favorite city is Mexico City. I have made assumptions. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help. Yeah, let's say Weaver's folks couldn't help. Yeah. They had pretty good health care through the university for a while there. A couple times they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in your head at once. And you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? Fuzzy, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school, too. Failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. It's snowing? Aww, I'm jealous. It's just kind of cold here. It's kind of nothing here. One day I was sitting on my bed. My notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remembered this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that bird cage with a 1,000-yard stare. Huh. Why is this? Was this kid always wearing a suit? I guess I thought he was shirtless. I thought he was like a hick kid. So, what's the plan here? Head back to the Zero. We should try and get in touch with the clerk. I could use a bite to eat. Yeah, let's go eat. Oh, okay. You've been on the road a while. Well, there's an all-night convenience store not too far from here. Is that okay? Sounds good to me. Yeah. Okay, we can take 31 heading east. It's right before 65. Oh yeah, because we're back in we're in like the they don't want to stay any longer. They get distracted. This is God, the language used is always so interesting. They don't want to stay any longer. It is really like you're writing a script. Like you're right. Oh, the bird is on the map now. Whoa, Julian. Oh, what the fuck? The truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Oh. Well. Act 3, Scene 2. Too real. Oh yeah, my van didn't even start yesterday. The cold has killed its battery. So that's cool. A tree. Whoa. Get down from there. I guess we just look at the truck. Let's just look at the truck together. Looks like there might be a bed in there. Nothing to be done. Just won't start up again. Can you take a look at it? Yeah, she's a TV repair person. Maybe she knows what she's doing. I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? Oh, there's law. Lisette's is up on a hill, so first time it's just died like this. Just superstitious. Right. Any other quirks I should know about? Don't name dogs after loved ones. That's an interesting. Huh. No Aunt Blue, I guess. Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? I drove past here yesterday. Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Oh, Lucky Boot Collision and Towing. Here's their card. Mercadet Wreck Recovery. I can't read the name or the number, but it looks like a picture of a tow truck. Yeah, that one sounds fun. Worth a shot. I'll give him a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Cool. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello. We've got an old, I want to say diesel old truck just stalled out. Inaudible. Oh, we get to choose. Oh, fuck. I really like this game. It's so fun. So we get to choose how they respond to her. Let's say inaudible sweepy. That wait you? Your card says open 23 hours a day. Inaudible, inquisitive. Inaudible, suspicious. Let's say inquisitive. Yeah, that's what I'm calling. Exactly. That's all. Obtuse. Yeah, I love being obtuse on the phone. That's okay. Look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy too. Wistful, maudlin, concerned. Let's say wistful. Well, I'm very sorry to interrupt that, but this is so fun. Let's say neighborly. All right, let's turn it around. We already ate. As soon as you can get here. We're off 65, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Placating specific. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it. Yeah, hanging over the power lines, just like that. Did you see it go down? Indulgent. Dismissive. Indulgent. Oh, okay, my pleasure. How long do you think you'll be? Silence. Radio music. Distant traffic sounds. Okay. Distant traffic sounds? Hello? Huh? Okay, let's go talk to Ezra. Are you bored? Sure, but I don't mind. Now he's Eeyore. Yeah, I don't mind either. Let's play a game. What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break off all the little sticks on each section and count through the different things that could happen. Okay, what should we ask? It should be about you. I can't do both the counting out and the questions. What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? What kind of job will I have next? How will I travel in the future? That sounds fun. Ezra snaps the smaller branches away, one at a time, counting out possibilities. Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, hearse, old truck, new truck. New truck? These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much. It's just a bunch of sticks. Blue. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? I wish Julian wasn't so busy right now. Why is Julian busy? Julian's the bird, I think. He's got a lot of houses to carry still. Oh, okay. I wish I could help more. Okay, sorry. I was counting out like syllables on my finger. I was wondering if like everything Conway says to Blue is a haiku. Let me just Google what are the specifics of a haiku? It's 575. Okay, so no, it isn't. I know haiku or like poetry's come up a couple times. I think they're on their way. Guess we have some time to kill. We could look over the roadmap again. Pretty grim place to be stuck. Let's be optimistic. I've stared at that thing too long already. Where'd you get that old map anyway? It's always been there. Huh. Someone must have grabbed it at a gas station somewhere along the line. Or maybe they threw it in that glove box of the dealership. My parents bought their first car here. It came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Aunt Remedios saw me looking at it, I guess. And a few days later, she gave me a map she bought from Colombia. Colombia. It looked almost hand-painted. Deep, vibrant colors and rough borderlines like anxious brushstrokes. Really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my finger, like I was walking on the beach, and say, here we'll swim. Here we'll start a fire. Here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. That thing's been broken for years. So, we'll get to find out what kind of station you had it tuned to when it went out. A snapshot of a younger man's tastes. Well, look, I can tell you if it's in Kentucky, then all the stations are either country or God. That's it. There's no in between. Gun commercials. Do you remember what it was? Talk radio, I guess. Well, I'm sure we'll find something to listen to on the road. On the road again. Can I go talk to Ezra? Nope. Can I talk to anyone? Do I just have to wait? Oh. Oh. Are we the repair people? Trees. Is this the right way? I don't recognize these trees. Junebug. Of course it is. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Wait, no. They're like cool bikers. She has blue hair. Just the trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel or something. Turn your ears down and focus on the radio, Cricket. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. Oh, so they are musicians. Road behind, road ahead. Let's look behind. Is the back kind of dragging a bit tonight? We've stripped our gear down pretty bare already. Yeah, beats hauling a couple guitars and amps around. You're cute when you're straining yourself. Oh, we should write a song about it. A fugue for solo guitar. A dirge for drums and voice. Solo guitar. Maybe for an encore. Radio. Hey, yeah, didn't you play on this record? This is Dee Dee's record. Yeah, Dee Dee. That guy's out of control. We should do a set with him. He's a creep. Yeah, that creep could play, though. What time is it? You've got a timing circuit. Yeah, but yours is more accurate. Harry's gonna flip out. That old man was born flipped. I just hope we can scrape up some tips. Hard enough when you get there on time. Just play that keyboard. I'll figure out the rest. I'll make sure Harry pays up. I have a way with him. So this is my head is like, it's so like non-linear. It's crazy. So this, yeah, they're traveling to the bar that we just did the whole scene in. I know. Whoa! Hey, come back. Huh? Headlight brake disc sidecar. I think they had a dog. I guess you could call it that. Aw. Some old dog bones with some fur draped over it. Poor thing. We still have all this useless bread from the bakery gig. It's stale, but a dog won't care. Fine, just for a minute to share some bread. Or just throw that stuff out, we have somewhere to be. Like, what'll happen if I try and stop them from going there? I'm interested. Headlight. You know, we're already late, so we'd better keep moving. Are you gonna explain all this to Harry? No way. You're the smooth talker. In fact, I bet you'd have no problem explaining we had to stop out of the goodness of our nature and check on some wayfaring strangers. I'm gonna try and discourage them from stopping and see if it still makes me stop. Brake disc. They look like they could use some help, so they can call a tow truck. I don't know any tow companies that have come all the way out here. I guess it's up to some good Samaritan. Someone will stop eventually. You know my favorite thing about you, Mom? Ma'am? My steely resolve. Of course. But a close second is your boundless generosity. Okay, so I don't... Yeah. I don't think this game has choices. I don't think you affect the story in any other way than how people talk to each other. What information you find out. You're not going to let this stop, are you? Not let this go, are you? Sorry, ma'am. Maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on her fee. Oh, so I'm back with Conway. Was that him? Who? That was a motorcycle. We're waiting on a tow truck. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they didn't see us. Maybe they just have somewhere important to be. Definitely getting chased by something. Oh. See, like that. Like, I guess you can choose to speak to Ezra or you can choose to speak to Shannon. You can't do both. And it doesn't affect anything except for your experience of the game. Stay here. Careful. He's wicked with strangers. Ha! You didn't have to stop. We got a tow coming. You here to clear this tree? Who's chasing you? Who's chasing you? Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So? Dinosaurs! Sure, something like that. Listen, we got 2 questions for you folks. Kind of people you take us for? I mean, how we strike you? You seem nice enough. Probably from space. Not sure I follow. You seem nice enough. Let's go with Conway. What kind of temperament do you think we have? What kind of work would you say we do? I guess some kind of art thing, maybe. Astronauts or aliens? Let's go art. It may be. She's the artist. I'm just an entertainer. Now, here's another question for you. You like music? Do you like jazz? Lisette used to sing in taverns on the weekend. Beautiful stuff. Sometimes I like to leave the radio dialed between stations. I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Let's go with Conway's backstory. Of course you do. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. Well, we're waiting for a tow. We're just trying to get back on the Zero. Yeah, let's mention the Zero and see if it means anything to them. The Zero. Is that a fact? The Zero? Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you're going, and I'm happy to lead you there. We've been down there many a time riding this baby. Oh, we get to choose the name of the bike. The Vicious... Fuck, the Vicious Cycle's good. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Vicious Cycle. Pretty tough, huh? Only it's just... See, we have a regular booking tonight, and well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told him. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have one song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. We really don't have time. Of course we will. It's interesting that Shannon's just like, no, and Conway's like, yes. Of course we will. Of course they will! Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old lady? I think I got a crust in the sidecar here. It was only out of the kindness of my heart. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by Old Charlie Moran Highway, just east off 65. We usually take a ride off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. Really? Oh, wait. They actually fixed it? Oh, we have the radio works. I wonder, is this because... Oh, no, I can... Okay, all right. I wonder... Like, I'm really interested in if I... It probably... I bet it, like, changes... I bet things happen as I move around the map, right? So there's kind of nothing. Except for... Oh, there's also FM. Whoa. I wonder if there's like... I don't know. Maybe it is just... Maybe it's just like supposed to soundtrack. But it seems to me that like there's probably secrets hidden in there as you like ride around. Anyway, I was looking for... over by Charlie Moran Highway, just east off 65. Okay. Just east off 65. Wait. Oh, did we break down again? Oh, I'm dumb. I was trying to use WASD. Yeah, I the fact that we have a radio now and it's just like it's been brought up a bunch. Like Shannon just mentioned, like she likes to leave the radio tuned in between stations and stuff like that. I bet there's like weird stuff on the radio. So just east off the 65. Probably this way, right? Past the petting zoo? Oh. Oh, wait. Are we following them, or...? Oh, I think we're supposed to follow them. Maybe. Maybe not. I can't tell if they're just going rogue. Huh. They just said east off the 65. Charlie Moran Highway. Okay. Oh, take a right around the petting zoo. So does that mean a petting zoo will kind of pop up? There's the tree. Petting zoo. There we go. The petting zoo is closed. Que triste. Ah, so over here. Charlie Moran Highway. Yeah. Tavern. This is going to be interesting then. I wonder like if it's the same exact characters. Act 3, Scene 3. The lower depths. Hard time served. Doesn't feel right. Feels a little like home. Let's say it feels a little like home. But I wish it didn't. It's not all bad memories. It's not all bad memories. I'm trying to make Conway a dreamer. An optimist. Gentler times in a twisted kind of way. Okay. Yeah, I want to see what's in there. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure, they're open. This is just one of those places. I think we can just head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? It's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. Bit empty in here, isn't it? I played to less. Okay. Goggles. Sandwich. A rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. Goggles. A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table, next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Huh. What is it? Who do you think these belong to? Whoever they are, they're gone now. Must have been pretty tank to leave it behind. This thing looks expensive. Let's talk to the bartender, because is it Harry? It is Harry. We know he's called Harry. All right, Cotton Hill, Cotton Hill, Cotton Hill. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? Sure, I'll have a whiskey. Sure. Coffee, right, old man? And I'll have a Coke. No Coke, no coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Forget it. Shit, shut the gosh dang door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Gets lonely, doesn't it? Yeah, kinda. How about some music? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for it. We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also couldn't you use a break? Don't you want to hear some music? Don't you trust me? Don't you want to hear some music? It does sound nice after the day I've had. But let's talk to Ezra. Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. Why have we adopted this child? What'd you think? I don't know how to play this game. Junebug. How's it looking out there? How y'all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? What monitors? Oh yeah, there's a monitor. Harry adjusts a soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test. 1 1 1 3 50. Lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Anybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad. Not too bad. I just had surgery, and now I've got a skeleton leg. Not too bad. Well, we'll take care of that right now. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were just riding around, you know. You like to drive around, old man? That's my job. That's where I feel at home. Of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. Taps all dry. Bats in the ballroom. And run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now! So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on stage. And, it was here. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us. And now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal. And she had a voice just like Scotch whiskey. We just hope we do her song justice. So here it is. Too Late to Love You. Whoa. Wait, did it just flash back? Is this a flashback or is this... That kind of... I can't tell. I can't tell if it's supposed to be like a flashback or if it's just... This is kind of what the character... This is just kind of a crazy visualization of the characters playing the music. When you left me, I never should have met you. I wish we'd met before. Oh shit! Oh shit! Sorry. I'm supposed to be picking the lyrics. When you left me, I wish we met before. Well, I forgot what the song was called, Beans. Let's pick that. Oh, we picked the song. Whoa. Oh. Damn, that's cool. I guess they wrote like 3 whole different kind of sets of lyrics. Not overthinking it. I'm just picking the first one that catches my eye. Oh yeah, they did say they only had one song prepared. Well, I hope you liked it. Kind of sad, isn't it? I've heard it before. Let's say we've heard it before. I don't doubt that. You look like you spent an evening or two in a grimy old tavern. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We just gotta get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to the, Zero. Harry. I can't talk to Ezra, I'm guessing. The Skellington leg. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Rapt. I guess the usual fee's about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the... Damn it, I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They clean me out. I got nothing left but a GDIOU from the distillery. An IOU. Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey. And I guess I had surplus credit, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. Gotta keep this place open somehow, god damn it. Watch your language, Harry. Could you pay them with the IOU? Could you pay them with the IOU? Well, very contemporary, very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's push some paper around. Well, it's just, I can collect on it here when they bring more whiskey up. But for you to cash in, you'd have to go down to, down to the distillery, down to Hard Times. And you've got to take the Zero. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? You said you knew how to get there. No, I don't believe that's exactly what I said. It is exactly what you said. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear people hear things, rumors. Do you know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? I got a stack of them. Well, okay. Huh. Sounds like the Zero's your only course now. Harry, you're all right. If only. You got radio in your car? Oh, yep. Well, here's what you gotta do. Take a left out of the parking lot, and then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar, but... I mean, familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like, I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look quite right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar. Something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for. Eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Okay. Dude, this looks like fucking Strong Bad. This looks like Strong Bad, and you couldn't convince me otherwise that this is not a reference to Strong Bad. April! April, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Still playing this incredibly weird game. Okay, so it said tune your dial to something weirdly familiar. This station doesn't quite... Oh, right, so they'll tell me when I've got it. Cool. Definitely weird, though. Okay. Oh. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like horses. Horses running? A race? Horses! Lisette and Ira had some horses. Charlie and I used to go to races sometimes. Charlie. He was your boss's kid, right? The one who, yeah. Must be some memories there. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. Okay. We just drive until it cuts out. Oh. Oh, cool. Horses! The horses. Whoa. Nunny. So we're on the Zero now? Hall of the Mountain King. What the fuck? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Hall of the Mountain King. What is this? Oh, the bridge is out. Let's talk to Blue. Pet the dog. Oh. What is supposed to happen here? What is supposed to happen here? Just old and rotted, maybe? I can't tell how old any of this stuff is. Old and rotted, like us, Blue. Pobre Blue. So what? Yeah, what does it mean if I click on the? I don't know what the little people symbols mean. Let's look at the bridge though. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Oh, we can go to the boardwalk. Let's. Time to cut and loose, ma'am. Does it just mean we like switch to this character? Well now I'm having fun. Slow night anyway. Okay, I guess we go to the boardwalk. Rope. Now we're a party of 5, or I guess 6 with Blue. A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Okay. Computadora. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Is that an open pet cage? Peppa? Pet carrier. Whoa. Is that a fire? A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. Whoa. Backpack. Backpack for his applesauce. Shit, there's a people there. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. There's a people there. Fire. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Oh, Amy. We can look at the fire again now. Oh, okay. Amy. My cousin's name's Amy. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, or intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew, when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart while really, you're in love with a young woman as well, and so you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. Junebug, I'm into it. Well, maybe I still have the knack. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot bodice-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. Why did you stop writing? I'm not sure you should be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. But of course, it couldn't last. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester. Debugging. Donald's definitely come up before. In my off hours, I played around with a doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Amy. Yeah, let's look at Amy. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Oh man. Is this Donald? Got a cowboy hat on. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? Sorry, did we startle you? What's that song? What's that song? Oh, you've caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love, our lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is... what were we talking about? What's that computer over there? Looks pretty vintage. We're a bit lost, actually. I want to know about the computer. It looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot. Or to flare. No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively. And in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, did you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? It sounds like it would short circuit. The mold would burn up. Let's say the mold will burn up. Exactly. It burns, and oh, the sweet smoke that issues from it. But it also leaves a sticky residue to seep through the machine, forming new connections and creating new circuits. The computer is no longer the pure domain of language or mathematics, but entropy. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. But we are mere tourists in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? You're about to tell us about the software. I'm just interested in the mold computer. I'm about to tell us about the software. Oh, the software. My life's work. Xanadu. You've heard of it? I have heard of it. Perhaps you read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu was evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something, and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop, and we're closing down. I fix TVs, and I'm about to lose the lease on my workshop. My family disappeared. Julie and me don't know what to do. That one sounds more interesting. Not really. So, wandering without the ones who give us purpose, like a ghost. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there. In Xanadu. It's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. Andrew. Good name. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... No, I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space? The one we're standing in now? Spooky for a baby. It seems endless. It's a mess. Kind of spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. I think we'd all agree that if that's a fair assessment. How could... Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? No, how do you know it's spooky? Or would be spooky for a baby? The tunnels, the shadows, the huge fire. Probably the shadows. Sure, but they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be. They're projections, or maybe they're anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now? Surrounded by creeping anatomies. Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Okay, not happening. Only if you close yours. Not happening. Only if you close yours. Okay. I can do it from memory. Good. Now, you are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. What are all these computers for? Computers? Oh, now I remember. I was writing on them. I described a cave. That was my job. Describe the cave. There's a great history of caves in the literature, don't you know? The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. Isn't that vivid? I had a lot to live up to. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't even know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How do we know? They can only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write. And all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. What does Andrew look like? A man wearing large glasses inspects the ceilings. Okay. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down the far side of the spire. Where was Xanadu? Wait, is there another person here? Wait, what about this person? Oh, Roberta. Did we just walk past? Or are we walking to them? Oh? The kingdom is in peril! Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Work, you could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I looked to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. Paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence. The kingdom is in peril. A woman in a long worn shirt stares at the fire, lost in thought. Oh, Xanadu. So Xanadu's like a supercomputer. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. I guess let's use it. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Oh. Oh. Act 3, Scene 5. Xanadu. This chapter's weird. I mean, they're all weird, but this is pretty weird. Ugh. Am I supposed to be doing something? We are staying at the bed. Around you is a lifeless... Oh, you are staying at the bed. This thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? Try blowing on it! Conway blows some dust off the keyboard. Not the keyboard. He presses the return key. Okay, that's worse. It kind of looks like a house. Type house. Typing house. Hit it. What in... Oh, I see. It's typing out. Did that say Lula? Oh, yeah, Lula. Did that say Lula? Time for some percussive maintenance. Yeah, hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Thump. Oh. I have my portable degausser with me. Old systems like this can build up a remnant magnetic field that sort of works everything along whatever pattern it's felt need to, you know? The degausser clears that by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Like shaking a snow globe. Worth a shot. How's this? What? What? After what may have been years, you stumble up to a tunnel in a cave and open something. Well, okay. This is where you set up your equipment. Premature use of press any key to find. This is a lost cause. What a piece of junk. Press the any key. Which one's the any key? Huh. I thought that was Act 4. Bizarre. What was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Yeah, I guess Donald. I still have, like, no idea what's going on. I think we're just walking all the way back to Donald, right? God, it's like 4 p.m. and it's fucking pitch black in here. Are we still? I can't see where we are. I assume we're... Oh, wait, no, we just... Oh, no, that's Roberta. Have we just stopped? Open a window? What? How will that help? Oh, that's him down there, right? How do I can't tell if we're moving or not. It's light out? Barely. I have no idea if we're still... Oh no, we're literally... Oh my god. Are we at Donald? Down here, right? Is Donald's like here? Oh, do we just have to wait until the camera turns around? Sorry. Oh god, I forgot the voice. I was trying to do like... What's the name of the dog? Like Droopy Dog? That's the... I was channeling Droopy. Is this called Droopy? I don't know. Sorry, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it. Pretty busted. Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream. But you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory. Exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems. Real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs. Never close enough to make out real voices. Just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? What were they working on? What were they working on? I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. You were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I had listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yeah, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. How do you know? Well, we kind of know how he knows, but I'll ask him. It was a long time ago. All this, you see, just look at it. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula's gone from here, but still in there. In Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until, but maybe? JK, unless those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. May be dangerous. I've sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back then, that tunnel, push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now, leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. So I wonder if you think the strangers have to do with the Hard Times whiskey or... Scene 7. Where the strangers come from. Whoa, I just realized there's a button on my mouse that changes what color it lights up. Let's go green. Oh, am I in charge? Oh, whoa. It's a graveyard? Well, this can't be right. It looks like an old church. Where's the look inside? It's muddy. We'll go look inside. I guess. I want to stay outside. Why? Okay. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. Wait, did we lose Johnny? Oh, I'm Ezra now. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Rick Thornquist, generous disposition, will be missed. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT8191T. Fill date June 29th. Notes of almond. Huh. An epitaph is engraved. Brad Morris and Antti Luukkonen. Oh, it's to do with whiskey? Oh no, are they turning the dead bodies into whiskey? We think you two would have really liked each other. Or is like whiskey like a metaphor for like life? HT8192B. Fill date July 24th. Weird finish. Or are they like making the whiskey in the caskets? Or grief? Christopher Robinson. Always had a far off look. Probably still does. Aftertaste of rainwater. Because Harry said they feed on grief. Ah. Susan Dwyer or Ryan Niswanger. Sweet and fungal. Jeff James would have wanted it this way. Maple turpentine. Jossie Malice should have said something. Sense of foreboding. Unknown. Seemed reasonable. Easy on the nose. Find any lizards? I wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Why do you dress like a punk? Why do you dress like a punk? Name 5 punk bands. Ha! Now, what's a punk dress like, kid? Can you tell me? I dress like Junebug specifically. I want to be specific. It sounds lonely. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kids your age would be in bed. You just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half foot shorter and all gray. No eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the wall, draining the tunnels. Oh, does that mean she was born in the mine shaft? Like, Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. And we knew we weren't miners. Huh. We slipped out onto the road, just these 2 featureless shadows. And ever since that night, we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. It's hard to tell if this is metaphor or... Yeah. I feel less like myself without my folks. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. I think I should be a musician too. I'll talk about Julian. Well, there. Now you're getting specific. Like, that's so interesting that you aren't the people that go in and explore the abandoned building. You're the people that stand outside. The game just makes like some real interesting choices about like perspectives. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right. Okay. We got what we need. Let's go. Like, what the fuck happened? Is that the end of the act? No? Okay. I'm assuming this is going to be like every game like this, where the acts are just going to get longer as we work towards the end. So my aim was to do 3 and 4 today. We'll see how long it takes to do 3 and the interlude. Let's talk to Donald. Raise an orbit round the road and close your eyes and hold it right. For we are molding whiskey bed and drank from rivers down below. We found you strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? They say, so they spoke to the strange, fuck, yeah, so it fixed like the mundane, yeah. Like, we have to fill in the information ourselves. Like, what do they see? Who do they meet? They say you need to type in a specific phrase. They say you need to unplug it for a while. They say you need to scrape the mold off the timing crystal. Let's say this one. But the mold, of course, too much mold on the timing crystal would send the simulation adrift. Each moment lived out of sync. By all means, yes, clean the timing crystals. Okay. Let us clean the timing crystals. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, I'm in the game, so I can't even. I'm too focused on like what's happening right now to even think about what the fuck like the larger story is. Like I think this stage is weird because we have to kind of wait until the camera catches up with us before I can interact with things. But yeah, that like, what an interesting scene. So we were in like the graveyard. Yeah, so it was like tasting notes. So I wonder if it's, yeah, if it's like claiming, oh god, I don't even know. Is it like claiming people and turning them into whiskey or something? Boom, boom. Okay, that's the computer, right? Let me interact with it. This is wild. It's wild that I'm waiting for like a full like minute for the camera to just catch up with us. Because yeah, we're down here. We're at the computer. I don't think there's anything I can do to like speed it up. Okay. Do you see anything that looks like a timing crystal? Yeah, right here behind the control panel. It's filthy. Right, we're supposed to scrape off this black moldy stuff. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. Cause like, yeah, we did like essentially a fetch quest in like the most mundane way possible. We didn't meet the person who we got the item of, or the information from. It's very passive. But we can still use the decauser? Was that what it was? Oh, maybe we hit that when it goes crazy. At end of road. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Go into the forest. Check out the building. Enter building. Inside building. You are inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There's a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. That's boring. Get the lantern. Get ye flask. Get lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. It's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. So it's a text. We're playing a text game now. Good morning, Dishonest. You got called to do a 6 a.m. 2:30 shift. Ay, yeah, coño. Sorry about that. That's rough. I thought Christmas Eve was like a guaranteed day off in America. I thought it was a holiday. You are in an open forest with a deep valley to one side. I guess that doesn't apply to retail. Head back south to that building. Can we climb a tree? I wonder if I should like follow Ezra's instructions. Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? I'm gonna do what Ezra wants to do. Dig a hole. You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. Okay, so Conway just does whatever. You're in a forest. Hey, it's a maze. South, east, north, or west? It feels like this game would be interesting with Twitch interactivity, but I'm not sure necessarily in a good way. South. You're in forest. Lula is here. Oh, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Yes. Ask Lula how she's doing. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor valves and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. Southeast, northwest. East? Because we went south, I think. You're in forest. Oh. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small grey kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Oh, was that what the pet carrier was? Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on from right to left. Long weary song, drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through those woods, Donald. Ha! I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. Southeast, northwest. North? Oh. Oh. At edge of hole. Hold me down. I'm 6 feet from the edge of hole. You are at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Go down into the hole, that seems pretty obvious. Lean in a bit and check it out. Shine the lamp into the hole. Yell into the hole first to see if there are pirates. Yell! I only stood you as far as wanting to yell. Yell! Any pirates down there? No response. Sorry, kid. You're batting 0. Oh, anytime it writes 0, it does this. That's cool. At least we know there's no pirates. Let's shine the light into the hole. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. The lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole, where the rock is coated in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Try using the rope to climb down safely. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. In bed quilt. You are in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back to her. Say something back. You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. Ask her about the cave. Ask her where the treasure is. Treasure, 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 treasure. Ha! If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I know you think this environment will help our project, get us in touch with a deep romantic reference for some kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was more comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut off funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were really getting close to something. Something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know? To live and work here, together. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask Lula about gear. Sure, Donald, we may as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice, so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems you read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. Good night, Dishonest. Good luck. God bless. Jesus, Jesus. Feliz Navidad. Niño Jesus. Wire up the generators. Maybe if we help Lula, she'll have some more to tell us. Help Lula. Oh, so we play as Donald. We're Donald. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which color lead goes to which pin. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves to... Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint and we say there was a point of contact here where a body touched the earth, and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway. And that's the end of it. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls and I see a crude painting, thousands of years old. 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. A worry, maybe. A regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting. The dangling copy with no original. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. In tunnels. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. That got kind of intense back there. No wonder they're still thinking about it. I hope they've moved on by now. The tunnel narrows and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward. The smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In Crystal Room. Whoa. You're in a large irregular chamber. Oh! Well, I was just like the characters in this game kind of look like like the leg and like I guess it's just wireframe. I don't know. Maybe it's related. A large irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here. Oh yeah, maybe that's it. Scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Better run. Let's listen to what he says. Listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life, and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. I guess we follow Lula. Run northeast. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourself cornered. You've hit a dead end. Who are they? Comfort her. Let's find a way out of here. Escape. That's not a verb I recognize. Look for escape. You can't see any such thing. Listen. I think they've gone back to work. They seem strange somehow. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. Then we'll find our way back to the equipment. In bed quilt. You're in bed quilt. Oh, we're back in the passage, yeah. Lula is here panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She seems pretty scared. May as well wait. Search for him. May as well wait. Time passes. Lula nervously runs her hand along the vein in the cave wall. She seems pretty scared. I guess we could wait for an hour or so. Let's search for him. Search. I only understood you as far as wanting to search. We have to be more specific. Down one of the tunnels with the equipment. With the equipment? Search equipment. The various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. Down one of the tunnels. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they're impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above. Oh, that damn sound! Those damn voices! Oh yeah, Kentucky. I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through that network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. And I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one more thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. Television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. We should ask him more about that. Oh, what's up with Lula? Beans. Ask Joseph about the Zero. Donald, you've heard the same damn stories I have, but it's different. Doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Getting back on track was so close. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you're working on together. They'll die in these damn cold caves. What about those men? You know they'll come back. Tell him we can find something to start a fire. Is this how the fire starts? Suggest yeah. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Do you hear their voices? They'll find you. Not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damned cave. Joseph's right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down to Zero. I think we needed to stay. Ask Lula to stay. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. Yeah, I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Oh, so this is the tape we listened to. Okay, so I think we thought it was something to do with, well, I thought it was something to do with like ghosts or something, because they said like our voices can't be heard unless you're talking. But I think it's because she mentioned she rigged it up to a synthesizer or something, so it's triggered by her voice. Lula and Joseph have left. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passage for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Wordy. Vain. Vanity. Ain't it the truth? My Aunt Remedios. Before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter. Mostly nudes in oil. She had his model. I'll never forget him. Big, classically physical guy. Looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. And that man went on to found KFC. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. He couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room while Aunt Remedios... It's hard to pronounce words trying to do this voice. Made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had this magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was standing next to an open window in the back of the house. The sun was setting. Early spring, I think. It was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, like half in front and half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in this very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he'd do this weird indignant shuffle thing, or the wind from the open window would push it around, or he'd start and turn his neck when Weaver or I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. The final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now. Just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. Okay. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Is this like the end credits? Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistant 0, Realism Index 37%, Romance Index 2%, Mold Coverage 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. It's like a game within a game. Let's hire a new research assistant. Hire. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. You have hired Marianne, who studies fine art. Assign assistants to a task. Debugging, transcription, or speculation. Okay. Should I hire another one? Hire. No new applicants. Okay. Time passes. Marianne muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Now is the time to continue your work. Okay, so let's hire another one. So is it going to be Andrew? Yeah, you've hired Andrew, who studies statistics. Assign assistance to a task. Transcription? I don't know. Oh, assign how many to transcription? 1? I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. And then debugging 1. Oh, sleep. Andrew makes adjustments to the echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering together like horrible, leathery tumbleweeds. Marianne summarizes the migratory patterns of bats throughout the tunnels. Greasy, black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now is the time to continue your work. Oh, I see. So, does it sleep? So if I can hire someone else. So Roberta is the last one. You've hired Weaver. Wait, what? So Weaver worked on this? Shit, did we know that? Assign assistance to a task. Transcription? Let's just put 3. I don't know. Marianne carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water. Andrew extensively notates tunnel diameter. Weaver types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Intruders? The strangers is doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. I'm not convinced this is getting any as close as a 0. But with 0 mold coverage, so they took the mold. So higher? Because now it should be Roberta, right? Greg. Oh, it says try to quit and start over. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be. I have no idea what... If this is a game that I can, like, affect the outcome of. I don't know if I'm supposed to accomplish a goal. That doesn't feel like this game. Weaver fixes some weird math with some weirder math. Marianne identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation, but is unable to fix it. Greg widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Oh. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Now is the time to continue your work. Am I trying to get to 0? Yeah, but I don't know if I'm trying to hit like 100% on anything. I'm trying to see what happens if I hit 100% on realism. Let's try it. So Weaver disappeared in these tunnels. So that's why I'm assigning them to like debugging or transcription. I don't know. I feel like speculation would increase romance. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Oh, maybe we should try to start over. This doesn't seem to be helping. Oh, so we hit 100% on realism. Tries to quit and start over. Okay. Oh, come on, kid. We got stuff to do. Quit. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. That was a rhetorical question. Quit game? I only understood you as far as wanting to quit. Maybe we need to lose or die somehow. Eat the lamp. Smash the computer. Eat the lamp. Eat lamp. Don't be ridiculous. Maybe we have to wait it out. I guess we can keep playing. Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass. Mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves behind a sweet, narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. Is that the end of the chapter? No. All right, this is a long chapter. I'm not sure we're going to get through chapter 3 and 4 today. I'm just going to turn some lights on. Oh, actually. That'll be fine. So, well, what we learned from that... Oh, shit, Lula's here. What we did learn from that Weaver worked for Donald and Weaver disappeared in the caves. Lula, I guess. Oh, yeah, you were easy enough to find. I've met a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things. So, this is what became of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know. He's published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We've been looking for you. We found your doctor. We found your doctor. Shannon looks uneasily at... Oh, good. Yes, you're looking not well, to be honest. You smell like a distillery. Have you been drinking? Ooh. Looks uneasily at Conway. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you had been. It's so dim here. So you found the address data. Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Wasn't the Bureau going to take it? I insist. I've got cycles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. I should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over to... I'll be at the Bureau for the rest of the night. Just mark it private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the Bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Now we too recede into history. Good night, Donald. Meet me at the Bureau, and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around. Then it's just clockwise until you find the Bureau. Between us, I think you should drive. Yeah, we learned some stuff. I think just because the way that it tells the story is so non-linear, it's difficult to keep track of everything in my head. But yeah, I feel like they kind of explained what happened with Weaver to some extent. Are we still moving? Yeah, we go through the gate, right? Oh. Huh? Oh, yeah. This is definitely not going to be a game where I finish it and I'm like, oh, yeah, that answered all my questions. It's definitely going to be one of those games where it's like, I have so many questions. Blue. Wait, who's that? Oh, that's Johnny. Oh, Johnny just waited here? Oh, Johnny waited with Blue. Thanks for waiting, Blue. Oh, Shannon's talking to him. We're going. What have you been doing? Sleeping out, bet. Take it if you can get it. Johnny. What happened up there? I'm actually not sure. Very mysterious, man. Okay. It's time to go. So it said go counterclockwise to the cathode ray, right? And then turn around. The cathode ray. Whoa, what the fuck? 60. Oh, we can get out to the 65. We're not trying to go to the 65, right? We're going to the Bureau. Bianca. The bicycle. The feather. The wheelbarrow. The antlers. Try the radio? Oh, try the radio. Oh. Wait, it's locked in. I can't move it. It's locked in. Oh wait, counterclockwise. The scarecrow. The Bureau. Yeah, creepy. Scene 11. Back to the Bureau. Blue. Hey, you see the cat over there? Oh, there is a cat. Think she eats some bread? Oh, Johnny's talking to Blue now. Maybe we should just leave her crust or two behind and she'll go for it when she's comfortable. Cute. Can you pet it? I want to pet it. Peppa? Peppa? Belle. Oh, that's Junebug? Hoi hoi. Oh, that's Lula, right? Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. You're not too busy? Anyone on the address? Fuck it, let's go straight to the point. The results just came in by courier. Good news. Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference their results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. You going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there, did you know? Big, ugly, iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try and stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks. And deep. Let's go into the water. Is that Junebug? Is Junebug a robot? I kind of assumed that was Conway's leg. I think Junebug might be a robot. Like, what? What is happening? I guess we wait. Like, she's creaking. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happened? Up to you? What? Oh, yeah. In the church, the graveyard. But you came out of there all weird. What happened? It's okay. You can tell him. It doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So we were in that graveyard. Oh. Where the strangers come from. Oh yeah, so we're back with this. So oh shit, so now we're gonna see it from their point of view? Oh, I'm in control. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Oh, worth looking inside. I wonder, is this like supposed to be like... It's interesting the scenes that you replay, that you still have the option to choose dialogue. So you can make a deliberately different choice. Is that a play on like, maybe they're not reliable narrators? It's because I said worth a look inside before. I'm going to say it's muddy now. Yeah, that's what he said. Crystals and then mud. Okay. I want to stay outside. Why? I'm going to ask why this time. I think I saw a lizard. I'll stay with him. Okay, we'll make it quick. Church. Sit. Floor. The church floor is cold metal, scuffed in flecks by unknown boot heels. I guess sit. I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but what did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared. Suddenly, ran away, but you thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And then, the next time I flipped the channel 2, Weaver is burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings and desks, a classroom maybe. The camera's in the corner, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room. And there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually, she spoke, but there was no real sound. Just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted, fuzzy. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. You'd think with all these holes in the ceiling. What the hell was that? You hear that? Must have been the church settling. We should check outside. We should... Oh! Hey, Jade, what's up? Yay, happy Christmas Eve. Hopefully you're doing something nice and pleasant and relaxing and charming. Oh shit, it's a Skellington man. Oh yeah, so my leg glows the same as the Skellington. What the fuck? Now we're in charge of the Skellington. I say well, it's like Conway is not... Oh god, this game like fucks with your perspective so much. It's like I don't play as anyone in particular. I'm just watching the story. Visitors. The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It's patient, and sounds like it should be smiling. I don't know what kind of voice this guy has. Tapes. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's this job? We're actually looking for some information about an old computer. Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Well, it's not an old church. Hello, Bob? I think we're winning. Well, who knows? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that means that we're winning or not. No, I guess not. But still, it has... Oh, has a kind of reverence to it. And what's that smell? Like bread? Bacon bread? Please, follow me. This game's insane. Wait! These are the characters from the bar. These are the characters from the bar. That's the parents and I forget what the lady's name is. Eve, maybe? I have to ask you to step in here just a moment. This is for your safety, and adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. We don't wear glasses. So that won't be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. Yeah, those are the characters from the mid, like the interstitial scene. Wait, I can use the Degaussa? Bruh. So the Degaussa like the Degaussa messes up with these guys. So are these guys a computer program? What is happening? I can look. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relate the formula. What job are they working? I don't know that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. One of the foremen will find something for them to do. Chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here. Chipping away. That's what we're all doing. Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. You really like old electronics. Yeah, I got it bad. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to just let it fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the cave, Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Homu, Homu. Shuttle. Here's the fleet. Haha. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. What do you do here? Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, add copy, that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. So the trucks are just east a ways in shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Damn, I want to ride on a golf buggy so bad. They look so fun. Yeah, just leave it right there, right in the middle. It's not like anyone needs to park down here. Here it is. Now, I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I used to drive deliveries for an antique shop. Yeah. Ah, precious cargo, you'll do just fine. And you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt. Now, it's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel this evening? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidently, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So, let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Doolittle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones from the dashboard speaker. 1020 on that load, come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012, City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement, though you might like to get acquainted. Doolittle? The author? If the plat? Huh? 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Pleased to meet you? The play. Is that right? Your memory's better than mine. I didn't remember that. I guess I could. Yeah. Did you miss the last couple of minutes in this scene? We saw the 3 of the other characters from the play as well. I'm not really here for a job. You folks know anything about a Moldio computer? 99 wheel holder. Gotta pay the water bill. Ah, so. I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? Yeah, so we went in this church and we're now in the like an underground factory. We're in the distillery basically. And the woman at the bar and the parents are in the factory, basically getting like debriefed and are starting work because they're in debt. Okay. So back. Yes. Looks like it's about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? Of course, you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. And some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. Did Miguel load his own trucks? I shouldn't really do any lifting these days. Okay. He did. It was a jealously guarded task for him. If I didn't know the man better, hear me now, I say, if I didn't know the man better, I may have suspected he was skimming off the top. Sounds like a lot of work around here. Conway woke up on baled hay. So, if I pick that, will it like yeet him out of this vision? Everything was just too... Oh, it's a flashback. Everything was just too bright. His head hurt, the usual. Lisette and Ira argued loudly just outside the open barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get to the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. Conway stepped out of the barge, shielding his eyes. He tried to say something reassuring, but just sort of stumbled around it. Lisette looked away. Ira just spat and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira's a stubborn man, so Charlie went along, and Conway drifted out again, and he didn't hear about the accident until months later. Whoa. Damn, wait, shit. So Conway got drunk and assumedly was supposed to fix the roof or whatever, but because he was shit-faced, they got Charlie to do it and he fell and died. Is that's what I've gotten from that? Whoa. Oh, sure, I know you'll want to look. Kick the tires. That's a thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't it the way, eh? Tires look fine. Sure, they're big machines, but they can be fragile. Yeah, is this all like... Is this all like... Because it doesn't feel like it's just Conway's story, right? It feels like it's kind of a lot of people's story, but... Like, maybe it is. Maybe it's like... This is just all that's going through Conway's mind before he dies or something. Or like he's just died or something like that. A truck deserves care and fearful respect, like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have that quality of deference. What kind of man was Miguel? Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. Alright, so we can like dig into the story, or we can like dig into Conway's past. So he's like at an AA meeting or something. He listened. He was just waiting for it to be over. Say he listened. The speaker listed all the things we tried. That most people in the room were probably there by court order. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual, all the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. He knew it was time to hit the bar. He started walking. He was always walking these days. It was good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. The road ran by a creek for a while. He took an unforeseen detour where the creek and road parted, following the edge of the water. He skipped a few stones, alone, then stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was a kind of serenity, that wandering and looking without purpose. He was coming to rely on those moments. Now, what else can we show you? Control the wipers with this knob here. They seem to have a decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. You folks watch the weather closely? I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Have I mentioned I rarely, if ever, leave our facility? I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. They ditched class for the day to drive in the rain. It was pointless to stay, or review. He was a lost cause, and she didn't need it anyway. She was smart, bored. It was time to cut out. Shitty date for it, though. 83 and biblical flood. They went to see a movie. They went to a bar. They pulled into a dive bar with an afternoon open mic. It smelled like rose water. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted once to have loved. Brown hair curled around her ear. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. So this is the song, right, that we heard earlier in the chapter. And another, and another. She worried it was getting dark out. Then it was getting light out. They ended up in someone else's field, in someone else's car. An early morning joyride and a sunrise collision. She got on the bus and he hiked back to his car. He sat in his car and went over some options. Chicago? Toronto? Barrow? It seemed like a bold and impulsive gesture at the time. As he pulled out of the parking lot, he removed his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting. A modest technology, but suited to the job, eh? Plenty good enough. Headlights. Headlights work fine, see? That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight, and dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Drivers sleep in the day then? Sure, those that sleep. Miguel pulled extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes he'd help me, you know, sometimes over in bottling. He shouldn't have been driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft light, dangerous. Conway had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. I wonder what happens if you don't choose the flashback stuff, but I don't want to not choose the flashback stuff. He turned off into some grave cornfield in Indiana. Empties rattled under the passenger seat. He kept them over there so the smell wouldn't spread. That window was always open a crack. He had to pull over. He just needed a nap, even if he ran late. He couldn't night drive in his condition. It wouldn't have been responsible. He was only human. He'd been out since the headlights were on. Didn't even stop for coffee. He cracked a beer at 3, eyes on the road. 4:30, he dodged some stray cattle. The headlights were coming back on. Rockford could wait. Early morning couldn't be much worse than late night. What could they care? He just needed a few hours. So, moving on. Radio. The truck's radio crackles back to life. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. I really can't. Yeah, we've got to finish this delivery in a few. Dispatch got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. Back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lamb. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. Conway remains silent. Dispatch is addressing you. He's here, dispatch. Got your ears on. Good, listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. Oh, yeah, and if we can use the degausser here, and it like fucks with the skeletons. Oh. Oh. It's getting a bit Austin Powers. Yeah, I wonder if they're still there. Let's head back upstairs. Hey, I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers about this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer. That black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. Wait, the black mold is drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes. It goes up through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it. Squeeze and condense the angel's share back into drinkable whiskey. Ah, okay. Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff, so we'd go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid, truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Since we stopped going down there, I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning off the timing crystal. That'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs. Bzzz. Yeah, are they... oh, they're gone. They're gone now. The characters from the play. They were stood here before. Do I have to go, like, all the way upstairs? If you don't mind. Oh, okay, okay. We just took the hard hats off. Here it is. A beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't... It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. He doesn't. Down the hatch. Vinum memoriae mors. Oh, wait. Junebuggen. Oi, oi, oi! The game is making me! Wait, the game is making me move the cursor. I don't have a choice. It clicked for me. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. Why are Junebug and Ezra here? He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, and there's the matter of this tour just now, my time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep, by my back of the envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose, all of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs. Of course, the interest begins to compound immediately, and, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow then. The game is also about debt. Wait. Oh, is that Johnny? Oh. So, I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. It's just the way these things go, kid. Oh, well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? Like, do you think the formula is like just fucking flesh? Is that why they're all skeletons? The fuck? Is that a mammoth? That's the end of chapter 3, surely. Fucking wild. Okay. I feel like there's still a lot of questions, but oh, Weaver's the one who figures out the formula. Whew. Okay. I'm definitely not going to start chapter 4, but I think I'm going to play I'll play the interstitial and then we'll call it after this. It's probably going to be a streamer chapter, I guess. I was naive to think, I was like, 3 or 4 hours would probably be enough to finish both chapters, but apparently not. But let's play the interstitial. Hopefully it won't be as crazy as the one yesterday. Here and there along the echo. Oh, teléfono. 27030 6969. Oh. 69420. Oh, I have to pick it up first. Oh, obvio. Wait, pick it up. Oh. Get to this day. Okay. Put it down. How do I... Wait. Okay. Alright. We'll play the game.
Hello. You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided by the Bureau of Secret Tourism.
Oh, the Bureau of Secret Tourism.
For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our organization, press 3.
3.
The Bureau of Secret Tourism is supported by a generous population of river creatures whom I fix up and grill as necessary. I am environmentally minded, and I believe all creatures are equally deserving of support in their transition to the next world. So I usually try to sing a little elegy like, small water creature, crab or frog. Now you know that sleep is all around us, like a muggy, tranquil fog. Something like that.
What the fuck?
It's easier to come up with these songs when I'm hungry in a sort of transcendental fasting state, but I've actually just had breakfast. A debt of gratitude is also owed to the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, who unselfishly and unknowingly donates this here telephone line for the purpose of this here informational resource. You can always find the latest secret tourism literature in any of our unmarked kiosks or any other old place it happens to lay. That's all I have to say about that. Hey, do me a favor. When you get a chance, call us back at extension 1928. You can press 0 now to go back to the main menu.
1928.
Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For a guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3. If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. To to hear these options again,
What?
press.
I'm holding a
So-
snake right now.
You're probably not in any danger, but why are you holding that snake? If you're involved in an exchange of some kind, press 1. If holding the snake is part of your spiritual practice, press 2. If you don't remember why you're
3.
holding... Okay. What's the last thing you remember? Please describe your memory in as much detail as you are able, paying particular attention to any smells and sounds you may recall. Were you breathing through your mouth or your nose? What did the air taste like? And so on. Feel free to call again with extension 1618 and tell us the whole story.
Wait, so there's different extensions.
All right. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work on this here snake situation.
So I have 19. I have
What you're going
1928, and I have
for is a kind of gestural
1618. Was that one?
conversation. Don't worry. I'll lead you two through it. Give that snake a name and look her right in the eyes and
Peppa.
say her name. I'm going to go with Delia for the
No,
purpose of
Peppa.
demonstration, but you pick a suitable name.
Peppa.
Try to follow along with me here to the best of your ability. Delia, take it easy now.
Peppa, take it
What if
easy
all
now.
of this is just a
Tranquillo, niña.
reflection of a reflection? Now hold the silence while she processes that metaphysical curveball. Okay, what's Delia up to now? If she's staring right back at you, press 1. If she's wriggling around, press 2.
She's wriggling.
And if she's just kind of limp, press 3.
No, she's wriggling.
Yikes! Okay, slowly, slowly, lean in like you're gonna kiss her. You really gotta make an impression here. I mean, it is crucial. Maintain eye contact to the best of your ability. When your face is just an inch from Delia's, let out a slow, gentle sigh. Let your breath warm up that frosty snake blood, you know. Gently. All right, where are we at? If the snake is breathing heavily, press 1.
She's always breathing heavily.
Okay. Gently raise your arm above your head. Delia should just slide on down and come to rest on your shoulder. There you go. Delia should be in a kind of a calm, thoughtful state now, so you can move on. So, put that snake in some grass or something. Let Delia be free like a snake should. And go ahead and wash your hands if you care to. I would. Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. Well, if you're dialed into this here informational resource, then you're a certain kind of beachcombing, bat-calling sightseer. So let's take a driftwood inventory. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. For forgotten places, press 2. For restless places, press 3. For what little we know of the Iron Pariah, press 4. The Iron Pariah is just what she's called along the Echo River. Of course, she once had another name, but it's been scratched away, maybe out of shame? Or maybe she took a bend too sharply and left her true name on a rock. So, what else? We know she was in the war, but neither side would claim her. We don't know if anyone's aboard. She drifts along the water and
this is
commands
so
a wide
strange.
berth. Tourists, if you hope to document the Iron Pariah, I fear you will be disappointed. She has a beguiling way of vanishing from photographs. Steer to shore and let her be carried along in silence. Pilgrims, I wouldn't dare to interfere. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. For forgotten places, press 2. For restless places, press 3. For what little we know of the iron pariah, press 4.
So I pressed that one already.
For food and drink recommendations, press 5. To return to the main menu, press 6. To hear these options again.
Oh, I think the options are different
Press
every time.
1. For drink, press 2.
Food.
If you plan your journey along the Echo to be a slow and thoughtful one, you will surely want to eat. It's true, and even advanced preparation can still fail you. Maybe the food you've packed will fall in the water and be spoiled. Or it could be stolen by a bat. Well, the water sustains all travelers. Catch it yourself in the river, or have something prepared for you at this place out on the lake. The restaurant is called...
Whoa.
Well, it's out on Lake Letha. It has
Okay,
to
I'm
be
just
out
like
there where the
I'll be
water is
real.
deepest. If you go early
I
in the
pulled up
morning,
like
you might
basically a
see
Wikia
the diver
article
bring
about
in
this
his
chapter
nightly
because I
haul.
feel like there's probably a lot
Weird
of hidden shit,
creatures from weird depths, fish, crabs, jellies,
and
things we don't
I've seen
have
something
proper
really
names for at
interesting.
this elevation. Sam and Ida's. That's the name of it. Sam dives, Ida cooks. Unique fare and uncommon conversation, to say nothing of the decor. If you do
Have
stop
we heard
by,
Sam and Ida
tell them I
before?
said hello, and that they're always in my thoughts and prayers. For a diver's guide to underwater
But yeah, the
islands,
interesting
press
thing is that
1.
apparently the actions that we took
For
through the first
forgotten
3 acts
places,
affect what the
press 2.
phone looks like.
For restless places,
There are 5 different
press
types of
3.
phone.
For what little we know of the iron pariah,
The model of
press
phone
4.
can be like
For
changed.
food and drink recommendations, press 5. To return to the main menu,
Like,
press
what the
6.
fuck?
To hear these options again, press 0.
I'm really interested in how
For a diver's guide to
so I didn't listen to the
Perhaps
diver's
it's
guide.
the violent displacement of natural gases. Perhaps the river tilts to face the moon, slowly changing the angle of its surface over time. Some
Like, what
sailors blame
decisions?
corked rocks. Whatever the geological
here we go.
explanation, the islands of the Echo River are
Oh,
mostly
so-
transient, rising and
Sorry,
diving
I don't want to talk
on
over
some
this, but
brutal
also like
schedule. The following
if there's no save data
are
or none of the below
presently
conditions are met, the
underwater.
classic pink phone will be
The
present.
entire 7
If a
plus or
player has
minus 2
followed the bureaucracy
island
loop,
archipelago.
a yellow
A
office phone.
star coral.
If a player has
The
seen most or all of the
undefinable
overworld sites and has talked to all of the
Beton
distillery
Island.
skeletons,
This list
the modern
is
style tan phone will
current
be present.
as of now.
And then the
For
last
a
one is
diver's
basically,
guide to
I got this phone
underwater
because I named my
islands,
dog
press
Blue.
1.
If you name
For
your dog
forgotten
Homer, you'd get a black
places,
phone.
Press 2. For restless
Can I-
places.
Oh, let's do Restless Places, and then I'm going to hang up and
For
try
the
one of the
cluttered
codes I've got.
place, Press 1.
Cluttered.
For the flooding place, press 2.
Flooding, wouldn't that be the mine?
For a list of the places where people can't sleep, press 3.
I'm going to go 2.
There is a place that regularly floods. I first saw this place years ago when an acquaintance of mine, an artist, built an installation there.
Oh, is that
The
Lula?
work was very complicated. All of her artwork is. I remember it was made from huge piles of recycled newspapers. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to complete it before the flood came and wiped it out. The next time I passed by this place, it was full of young men and women on bicycles. They'd built a track weaving through the soggy ruins of my acquaintance's flooded artwork. The rising water level quickly likely made it too dangerous to ride in anymore, and many bicycles were crashed
To one of the
and
tornado
abandoned.
pages.
The last time I saw the place, it had been repurposed to store handmade pottery earmarked for sale out of state. By the time I arrived, there was just a pile of ceramic fragments dashed by floodwaters against rusting bicycles and gray pulp. I've heard recently that this place has been reclaimed again.
I wonder also what happens if you ring this
Surely
number
this
in real
time
life.
Things will be different.
Do you think it
For a diver's
does the same
guide
thing?
to underwater islands, press 1. For forgotten places, press 2. For restless
Well,
places.
I don't know if we've forgotten places.
For secret tourism, forgotten places are the vital spark. Take no pictures here, nor souvenirs. Write no travelogues. We will discuss these places now in vague and qualified descriptions. For the town with no roads to it, press 1. For the silo of late reflections, press 2. For the monument to something that we don't remember what it is, press 3.
Damn, these all sound interesting. I'll go 1.
There is a town which has its own roads, but which no other roads connect to. They send and receive mail. There is a school, and so on. But what I want to tell you about now is the horses.
The horses.
There are horses living wild in this town. I forget how they got there. They don't stay in stalls. They sleep outside. They walk through the town, on the streets or on the sidewalks, and the people of the town think of them as elegant, wordless neighbors. For a diver's guide to
Whoa.
underwater islands, press
Okay.
1. For
I'm
forgotten
gonna hang up.
places, press 2.
Wait.
For
Oh, where to? Oh. Oh, I don't get to use the phone again? That's it? Damn, I was hoping I could hang up to use it again. I could use a taco, honestly. I'm starving. Oh, it's Bob, Emily, and Ben again. So the scenes in between are like from their perspectives. Maybe? Because the last one, I don't know if that was. Unless they were... Oh, maybe they were in the audience. And I just hadn't really noticed. There's supposed to be some kind of flooding cave nearby. I could get into that. We could grab some coffee at a gas station on the way. Think they charge admission? I'll spot you. It's probably free, though. You're an angel. Cool, ready to go? Oh, let's just take a minute. Oh, cool. So I have a couple of numbers. I got what? Someone pissing? Wait, the phone rings? Wait, if I leave it, will it ring? Was it maybe not? Was it just a one-off? Wait, there are noises in the background. It sounds like running water. Can I pull the cable? Rip. Okay. Yeah, let me try the... I have 2 extension numbers. So... Oh. Oh!
The number you have
What?
dialed is not.
Wait, but I rang the... But I rang the number, didn't I? 270-301-5797. Oh, I did 9 at the end. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig too. Like, I like skimming this article. There's a bunch of you can unlock like some weird stuff. Apparently, there's a recording that is 40 minutes long, 40 minutes long.
A guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims.
And I'm not gonna do
This guide
that.
is a public service provided
But
by
it
the
exists
Bureau
if you
of
want to
Spirit
investigate more.
Tourism.
Wait, this is 10 years old.
For a menu of our resources,
This is
press
2014.
1. If you have an extension to dial,
This game's 10
press
years
9.
old?
For more
Oh,
information,
9.
now is the time to dial an extension.
So 16. This was if you can't remember.
Something else shook loose. Well, how vivid is it? I mean, can you really smell it?
Huh?
Are you sweating it out now? Are your hands all damp?
This
And
is
when you
about the
brush your
snake,
hair
wasn't
out
it?
of your eyes, it just tastes like. Listen. If your hands are damp, press 1. If your feet are damp in your socks, press 2. If you don't feel particularly damp anywhere, press 3.
I don't feel particularly damp anywhere.
Oh, everyone has a damp spot somewhere in their body or mind. That's what lets us sort of squish a little when we try to remember something. Muddy the details, right? Even if it's just that wet blood sloshing around in there. Your soggy heart, right? Let's hear all about it. When you're finished explaining yourself, press the 0 button.
Does this go back to the
Welcome
menu?
home.
Okay, yeah.
For historical sites along the Echo.
Weird. Okay, let's go. Cool. I feel like that one at least you can choose to dig as much or as little as you want, which I kind of like. As opposed to locking you into a fucking like unskippable hour-long play. It does, yeah. So I'm looking at like the article, and it's like one call features a female voice reciting a long string of numbers, similar to a numbers station broadcast. What do you think the numbers are?
7 0 1 1 2 7 0.
Okay, it isn't lost, but that's one of the calls. The entire broadcast is just over 40 minutes long. And the message basically encodes to, by night we suffer, wandering, night frees the imprisoned spirits, and his cage abandoned Cerberus himself strays. At dawn, the Lord demands return to the pools of Lethe. We are borne across, and the ferryman counts the load he's carried. We are about to get on a ferry. Yeah, it's so weird. D. So weird. Okay. What a strange game. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there because I just spent 3 hours on that one chapter, so I've got a feeling it's one of those games where the chapters get longer as you go along. Hello and welcome to Punk Brock's Discount Twitch Stream Warehouse. We have good vibes at a low cost. For the low price of you clicking the follow button, we have for you all of our finest emotes, a channel point redemption things, and so much more. So make yourself comfortable because you won't like what happens if you try and leave. Click the follow button if you came in on the raid, or I'll find out where you live. Chim, I'm gonna be real with you. We were just about to finish stream, and I was just about to raid you. So I don't know if I have anyone else online. Let me see. Well, do you have any suggestions who we could carry across to? I don't have anybody else online. Yeah, anyone who's jumped in on the raid, we're playing a super weird game on stream at the moment. I feel like I've been playing a lot of super weird games, but this game is a lot. It's very, very, very cool. It's very, very, very weird. Hopefully, you play Fortnite, right? Hopefully Fort was going good for you, and you had some incredible victory royales. Okay, let me... God, how do I... She is live. Hell yeah. Okay. How do I... I've forgotten how you just raid somebody from not the creator panel or whatever. I usually do... Oh, here we go. Raiding, search, and... Okay, this is going to be convoluted. All right. Marbles on stream? Hell yeah. All right, we're going to raid across to Matsusaka Mate. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, though, Chip. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. Hopefully, our paths will cross soon. Have a good Christmas. Get some KFC, I guess. Cool. All right, we're going to raid across. Go be nice. Goodbye.